Submitted urine samples May 11th that registered 87 and 81 degrees. And were considered invalid. You understand that charge?
I do, sir.
May 12th, failed to report as directed of probation. Understand that charge?
I do, sir.
3rd, June 4th, submitted a urine sample positive for meth. You understand that charge?
I do, sir.
Mr. Reardon?
Your Honor, I've discussed these matters with my client, and we understand we're not here for the final hearing, but regardless, he is prepared to enter a plea of guilty to charges and asks that the court proceed with sentence.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
What's your plea to those allegations?
Guilty.
Accept your guilty plea and find you guilty? What do you have to say for yourself?
Sir, I'm an addict, and it takes
I know
me,
you're an addict.
It takes me a little bit longer
the last
to learn.
4 years that you've been an addict.
I know. I'm sorry. It takes me a little bit longer to learn that I need help, and my anger takes over, and I do stupid things. But Signature Health finally got me a psychiatrist that I've been working with, and she got me on the right mental health meds. That's been going very well.
Why don't you report to her? Why do you keep blowing her off?
I didn't blow her off.
You've been blowing her off for a good month.
I understand that's what you're saying. I went to the hospital. I had a skin bacteria infection all over my skin that was contagious, and I left her a message and I told her that. And then I called her the following day, or the couple days later, and told her that I would turn myself in as soon as I went to my gastro doctor, because I've been waiting months for this doctor. I found out that he got me an emergency gastro thing. I had an endoscopy, and I wasn't blowing her off. I was taking care of my health. My health is very
And then what
it's
you
been
did,
poor.
What you did was
I screwed myself.
you told all those medical providers, here, I'm releasing all this information to her, get it to her so she knows exactly what I'm doing.
Yes.
You did. What? Do you have that box full of records that you came in here with?
He's asking you if you signed releases.
I'm talking to her now.
Oh.
No, on 5/14, so that is 2 days after, he went to the doctor without my permission because he was supposed to receive permission from myself to any doctor other than Signature Health, and it had to be life-threatening to see the doctor. He did send me the paperwork for this contagious rash, which I then referred to a dermatologist, and it was an inflamed hair follicle, not a contagious rash. I have no other documentation from any of these medical.
Why doesn't she have this documentation?
I don't know. I
You
have the documentation. I would have brought it in. It's on my desk at my shop.
Okay. She's been chasing you for a month, and you've been avoiding her.
I turned myself in, sir.
She call you and call you and call you and call you, and you ignore it. And then you claim a week later you just got her voicemails, which is complete bullshit. Everybody knows that. So you've been doing everything you can because you've been using the whole time.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
This is your 6th time after you've been sentenced.
Yes, sir.
So we're just supposed to go on our merry way doing the same thing?
No, sir. I'm willing to do whatever I have to prove to you and to this nice woman that I will not use again. I will come in every day if I have to, every morning, and take a pee test.
When you were
Signature Health, I've been passing my pee test there, and they go down to the decimal. So I wasn't dodging her. I wasn't using the whole time because Signature Health goes down to the decimal.
Tell me about this IOP at Signature Health.
I love it. It's really helping me. And I also love the one that Mr. Barry has been doing on Mondays with me. I have 3 more to go with him. It was a great class. What was it called? Decision points.
All right. So what does Signature show with regard to an IOP?
So Doug last attended on May 6th. Mm-hmm. He called on May 22nd, said he'd be back the following week, and he has never showed. He's been discharged from their services.
That's not what they told me.
Well, that's what they sent me this week.
Oh, I talked to him last week.
What did they tell you?
They told me that I come back to IOP, that I'm still in
So the last time you were there was May 6th.
I know. I talked to them last week before I turned myself in.
Why was the last time you were there May 6th?
Because that's when I went in, then the following week I had the thing on my chest. And I didn't go back because I had a warrant for my arrest and I didn't know if I was going to get called on there and get picked up there and go to jail while I was sitting there.
So you didn't go to Signature Health because you didn't want to get arrested?
Yes, sir. But I still talked to my psychiatrist and...
Why are you bringing in this fake urine in May?
Excuse me?
Why were you bringing in this fake urine in May, the first violation here?
May of what, last year?
May
This
11th.
year.
Oh,
The one that had the wrong temperature on it.
oh, because I used.
Okay. So if May 6th is the last time and and then at or around that time you were using, right? You just told me that you were pissing clean for Signature, but you weren't pissing at all because you weren't going.
I passed May 6th. I got the letter, I had clean pee that Monday. They sent me.
What Monday?
The Monday after May 6th. So Thursday was a May 6th. And then the following Monday, they sent me saying that I was clean. And they go down to the decimal. They had all my pills in that I've been taking, all my mental health meds, everything, down to the point. They even knew how much, what was it? Something that I didn't even understand what it was.
Okay.
But I'm fully aware that I
May
screwed
6th
up.
was a Wednesday. And May 12th you show up with the fake urine. So did you test negative at Signature on May 6th?
Yeah.
Now how do I know that?
It should be in my file with Signature Health.
What's the file show?
They didn't send me any results in regards to that. They just sent me that he last attended his group on May 6th.
So you started using after May 6th then?
Yes, sir.
Why?
I let my anger get the best of me.
What were you angry at? You were in this IOP, everything was going great. What were you angry at?
You want the truth? Me and my
I
father.
want the truth.
Me and my
Goddamn,
father got into an argument because
I'm
the
dying
way he was
for
talking
the
to my
truth.
mother.
What?
Me and my father got into an argument because of the way he was talking to my mother.
Okay.
So me and him got into it, and I left angry, and I did something stupid because I did not like the way that he was mentally abusing my mother.
So then
We resolved this issue, me and him.
the logical thing to do is to go use some meth.
No, it's not.
And then to continue to use it. And to then avoid her at all costs. Seems like a good plan. Seems like you've learned a lot over 4 years of probation. See, with you, it's one excuse after another.
I
That's what
understand
it's
that.
been for 4 years.
Completely understand.
Mr. Reardon?
Your Honor, I guess what I would say is this. Obviously, there's no compelling argument regarding the number of violations. They are what they are. He is able to work, has a job.
He's always been able to work.
Yep.
Over 4 years of probation, he's always been able to work.
Well, that's a positive that he is able to work. He also has,
That's not setting a lofty bar.
I understand, he has family that he supports and is responsible for. They're here today.
And for 4
supporting-
years, he's had family that he's been responsible for.
Yep, I know. And they're here today supporting him.
So
And
nothing has changed in 4 years.
there's a lot of things are the same. I guess what I would say is this: with addicts and substance abuse and addiction, there aren't many out there that get it the first, second, or even third time. Oftentimes, they have to be.
This is the 6th
I know.
time.
Yep.
Loaded up, beginning to end with treatment. 6th time.
Yep.
He does what he wants to do. He doesn't give a shit about what he should do. He just does whatever he wants to do because he wants to do it.
Right.
Because he fancies himself a masterful manipulator.
So again, though, it comes back to he needs help. He needs help and he needs treatment. It's more productive.
Wait a minute. Now wait a minute, Mr. Reard. Okay? At the very beginning, it was with Halcyon. Halcyon, isn't that Brian Freeman?
Yes, it is.
Brian, very good. One of the best.
Yes.
In a mental health evaluation.
Still talk to him.
He's a good guy.
Yes, he is.
And then when you come in, continue with Brian Freeman. And then the third time, continue with Brian Freeman. Then the next time, Lake or Concord, Lake House or Concord.
Concord.
Mental health again at Signature. So now, Halcyon, Concord, Signature, again, Signature. He's had treatment. He's had everything he can do.
Yep, that's true. But again, sometimes it takes more than once, more than twice, more than 5 times.
So we should just keep doing it Doug's way.
Well, I don't know if that's Doug's way. I would say that's a way to continue to try to get Doug better.
Okay, Doug needs to get Doug better. I can't get Doug better. She can't get Doug better. Doug don't want to get better. Doug don't put forth the effort to get better. Because Doug likes to do what Doug wants to do, because every time he comes in here, it's the same thing. He's an addict. He's got a good job. He needs to get back to work. He needs treatment. So every time he comes in here, I put him back to work, get him treatment, and then he comes back here again. Anything else anybody wants to say?
Nothing further from us, Your Honor.
So it's clear you are not amenable to community control anymore after 6 violations. Count 1, a felony 4, I'm going to sentence you to 18 months in prison. Count 3, 12 months. Count 5, 12 months. Count 7, 12 months. And count 8, 12 months. And the costs are assessed. When you get out, you might be on post-release control for up to 2 years. Anything more, Mr. Reardon?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
This courtroom hearing revolves around a probation violation case in which the defendant, Doug, appears before a judge. At the beginning of the hearing, the judge outlines 3 probation violations against him. The first allegation is that on May 11th, Doug submitted urine samples that were declared invalid because their temperatures were outside the normal range. The court suspected that the samples were not genuine. The second allegation is that on May 12th, he failed to report to his probation officer as directed. The third and most serious allegation is that on June 4th, his urine sample tested positive for methamphetamine. After reading each charge, the judge asks whether Doug understands the allegations, and he confirms that he does. Doug's attorney informs the court that he has discussed the matter thoroughly with his client and that Doug wishes to enter a guilty plea to the violations. The judge asks Doug directly if this is what he wants to do. Doug confirms, and he pleads guilty. The judge accepts the plea and formally finds him guilty of the probation violations. The judge then gives Doug an opportunity to explain himself and say anything he wishes before sentencing. Doug begins by admitting that he is an addict. He says it has taken him a long time to realize that he truly needs help. According to him, his anger often takes control of his actions and causes him to make foolish decisions. He explains that Signature Health finally connected him with a psychiatrist who has been helping him manage his mental health. He claims that the psychiatrist placed him on the right medications and that the treatment has been working well for him. The judge immediately questions this claim. If treatment was going so well, why did Doug stop reporting to his probation officer? Doug insists that he was not intentionally avoiding her. He explains that he developed a skin infection that he believed was contagious and had to seek medical treatment. He says he left messages for his probation officer and informed her about his medical situation. He further explains that he was attending doctor appointments and taking care of his health, not trying to avoid supervision. The judge and probation officer challenge his explanation. The probation officer states that Doug sought medical treatment without obtaining the required permission. Under the terms of his probation, he was supposed to receive approval before seeing doctors outside of Signature Health unless it was a life-threatening emergency. She also explains that the condition Doug described as a contagious infection was later identified by a dermatologist as nothing more than an inflamed hair follicle. Furthermore, she says she never received the additional medical documentation Doug claims to have provided. The judge asks why the probation officer never received the records if Doug truly authorized the release of his medical information. Doug responds by saying that he has the records but simply did not bring them to court. The judge is not impressed with this